Here goes my first attempt at baking bread. Got everything laid out, ready to go. Got butter, yeast, bread flour, sugar, milk, measuring utensils, salt, coffee. Got my mixer ready to go. I'm gonna get some of this going and be right back. Okay, for this white bread, I've watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, and so I'm going to kind of wing this. I used a cup and a half of milk that I warmed up in a microwave to about 109 degrees. I put 2.25 teaspoons of dry yeast in it. I put 2 teaspoons of white sugar in it. Give it a little mix, and I'm going to let it sit, let that yeast activate, then I'll move on. The yeast has gotten nice and bubbly, so I'm going to dump it into my mixer. There we go. And add my flour. I added a cup and a half of flour to the mixer, and most of the recipes I saw, so this will take about 3 cups or so. It's kind of a touch and feel thing, you know, as you're making the dough, if it needs a little bit more. So the first time I ever used my new mixer here, a cheap Sunbeam, and we'll turn her on and get her going. We'll expand. Probably should use my mixers for this. It gets a little incorporated, but this works just fine, I think. Give it a minute. I'll be back as this incorporates. I'll add a little bit more flour and stuff to get working through the dough. Got my mixer running here. It's swirling away. Dough's still pretty loose. I'm going to add a little bit here. I've been mixing for a while and adding flour as it needed it. And it's about where it needs to be. It's not too sticky. Yeah, I get some sticking on my fingers, but that's okay. I think this is about done. I'm going to put it out here on my kneading board and get it kneaded up. Seems to have turned out pretty good. It's not sticky. I don't think I got too much flour. I don't think it'll be too dense. I'm going to knead this for about 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll let it rise. I've got it kneaded up into a nice little doughy ball. I'm going to put some saran wrap on it. I sprayed some canola oil on the inside of the bowl, flip the water dough around a few times, get it covered. And I'm going to put some saran wrap over this and put it in my oven. I have a bread proof feature. I think it keeps it about 80 degrees or so. We'll let it sit in there for about half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. That should double in size. We'll move on to the next step. Oven is set on bread proof. I set the timer for 30 minutes. I'll check on it after that. But it hasn't been in there 5 minutes, and it's already a lot bigger than it was. And it's getting a lump on the side. Should be good. The bread's been proofing for about 45 minutes now. Unwrap it, and as you can see, it's huge. It's at least 2 to 3 times as big as it was before I put it in there. Okay, gonna punch this down. There we go. Get all the air out. I'm gonna knead this around a little bit, cut it up into my sections, get it into my containers, get it and let it proof for a little bit longer, then get it in the oven. Got them all cut out and shaped. This is a little bitty bread pan. Got that one in there. I've got some left over, making some little dinner size rolls or something. I'm gonna cover this up, put it back in the proofing oven for half hour, however long it takes. They're gonna double up again. Then I'll preheat my oven and we'll bake these things. They've been on their second proof for about 30 minutes now in the oven. They're good and puffed up again. That has doubled in size. So I've got my oven preheating. I'm going to put it on 375 and put everything in there. I'm going to watch for the brownness on the top of these things. They won't take as long as the bread. Bread should take 25-30 minutes. It's a convection oven. You know, I've never made bread, and we just got the convection oven, so everything's brand new here. We'll get it figured out though. Let's keep an eye on it. Here we're in the oven for about 30 minutes. Nice crust on it. Very hot. Bottom looks good. Bottom looks good. Ooh, that looks real nice. Let's tear one of these open here a little bit and see. Oh yeah, now I just smashed it down my finger, but there you go. My first attempt at bread. Man, that's good. Thanks for watching.